Happy Thursday, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Bitcoin found support on this 20 moving average. You can see this white line and then bounce. You can see it came here very close to this 20 moving average, bounce again, bounce here, and now it's still trend isn't intact. So before I was thinking if trend could be changed, but now you can still see high, low, higher, high. It could make a higher low and then keep going higher if required. All right. One thing to pay attention is you can see here what happened. Bitcoin came in this wedge, all right, and then it eventually broke out of this wedge. You can see yesterday was actually first day, broke out, and today just followed on. Now, a few things to note here. You can see there is still divergence. You can see RSI has a big divergence. It's making higher highs. RSI going lower high. PPO also has divergence. So it's going higher on lower momentum. These are momentum indicators. So just be careful. Obviously, if you did not buy at levels here, which was around 66K or way, it was Bitcoin was in this consolidation phase for like almost 8 months. If you did not buy here, there's no point buying right now. All right. This is a time you should be looking to lock profits. All right. Just keep that in mind. Ethereum finally closed that gap. There was a gap around 4,000. I closed that. Getting a 9 count sell signal, as we are saying. You can see here. Every time we get sell signal, it drops. Here we got sell signal drop later. Here it did not drop, but the last two times, even here it dropped. So last three times it dropped. So you can decide what you want, if you want to take it or not. Here we had 7 count sell signal on Bitcoin and it dropped. Here we had 8, 9, it dropped a little bit, but right now we don't have any. On Bitcoin CME futures, that gap is still here. So just keep that in mind. Looks like they don't want to fill it right now. They will come probably in next year to fill this at some point. Ethereum also has now a gap around 2970. There was a gap here. Like I said, it's already filled. Ethereum also doing same thing, going higher on a divergence. New highs with RSI going lower high. PPO is also going lower high or a flat. So I would say you don't want to invest at new all-time high. Invest when things are red and nobody wants to buy. Like for example, crude oil. You can see here crude oil is at the bottom of this range. Even if you go to weekly, you can see here pretty much at the bottom where we're getting prices of, you can see it was in this range. It always comes back to this range since 2004, depending on how far this thing goes. Okay, you can see always comes back here. So this is the stuff you like to buy, not the stuff which is at all-time high, in my opinion. Since we are here, we had a OPEC decision. They said they're going to reduce production by 3 months, so oil has little pump. It had a nice rejection yesterday from this 50 moving average, yellow and red lines, and now it's trying to recover. So let's see. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see all red here, very, very oversold. And I don't see any divergence yet. Even on daily chart, here is little divergence. You can see it made a new low. This was a new low, but higher high on RSI. PPO has no divergence. So we'll see how this thing pans out. CNQ got smashed yesterday to the downside, but again, it can recover. All right, there was a gap yesterday. I removed it somewhere here. Now it needs to recover to filter some of these stop gaps. All right, let's go to S&P 500, 9 count sell signal on futures. You can see here we got take couple of days later dumped here, stayed flat, dumped here we got flat and higher. So it's not like a always a best indicator, but something you got to be aware of. And on SPX chart, I'm just keep drawing all the gaps as it goes higher because I know it at some point it will be lower than where it is right now. So I'm not going to FOMO in. They are rallying this because this month of the season is usually very bullish. They're going against the cycle analysis. Okay, but that happens, right? This is just a probability. If it does not work, it does not work. So Anyhow, so it's going against everything and they just keep going higher with all the gaps. Eventually, it's going to come back to fill these gaps. So I'm going to let it do its thing. And Nasdaq also, again, you can see gaps happening. 9 count sell signal we are getting on the live market, just flat. I won't be surprised if we get a pullback here because it's been a nice rally as of now. Even if I go to like a weekly chart on Nasdaq, you can see here came touch red line, came touch white line. So white lines is usually now it's going very far away from red and white. Usually it goes back and touches white line even in a bull market multiple times. So I would like it to touch white line at some point, and that white line is way far away. So just keep that in mind. And Dow Jones, let's look at levels side by side. And here you go. This was Bitcoin, S&P 500. You can see near going towards sell zone. Nasdaq is already in the sell zone. Dow Jones is in the neutral zone right now. DIA ETF, you can see all the gaps to fill. And Russell is the weakest of all, going towards buy zone from the neutral zone. On Russell IWM ETF, there's also gap here around 239. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's keep moving and see what else is here. Natural gas. Finally, little relief after multiple days of dump. Looks like it wants to go fill this gap at 2.78. In a day trading chart, it's in the middle. Gold is in the middle neutral line. Still like making a wedge. Let's see where it will break out. Again, gold is like Bitcoin. I don't want to buy at highs. I want it to go lower. Same thing with silver. Copper is again just consolidating above 20 moving average for the first time. Sugar is just very frustrating. Just keep going lower in this flag pattern in the buy zone as we are talking right now. So could be a good pickup today if you want to take it. Wheat, wait for it to close above this blue line. Not going to be buying wheat until that. Corn is also going towards buy zone, holding above this 50 moving average. Dollar finally dumping in the buy zone right now from the rejection zone here. So just going down right now. In terms of FANG stock, nothing interesting. Everything is going higher. Some gaps to fill there. You can see Apple has a gap here. Meta has 9 count sell signal. Looks like market just opened. Um, NVDA had a nice pump yesterday as well. You can see here, nice pump here in the sell zone. So I don't see anything. They're just pumping everything, but everything is at new all-time high. There's nothing interesting. Amazon you could buy, or Amazon is already at high. Google you can try for next couple of days. There's a couple of gaps. Microsoft is almost near new all-time high. Or no, we can still buy Microsoft here. NVIDIA also had a nice pump. So yeah, this is, oh, AMD you can, let's say if it pullbacks, there's also a gap to fill here. And everything else is just pumping. TD Bank earnings today. Bad start to the earnings season for banks. BMO is down also 4%. So you can see here BNS had a bad earnings yesterday as well. National Bank had bad earnings. Dollarama had bad earnings. So some of the Canadian stocks had a bad earnings yesterday. Let's see what they want to do. CNQ, little bit of pump with crude oil. Let's see how it goes. And Wix. Wix multi must this $20 gap will be filled at some point, so just be careful. If this fills, then SPX is going down. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Have a good one. We'll talk later. Bye.